Hey, this is Mack with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and it's Thursday. It's December the 5th. This will be our chart lesson for today. You can see that I have the chart lesson drawn up. It's real late on Thursday evening. I got tied up and couldn't get back to the office in time. So I'm not going to go through all these trades. I want you to see there's definitely a trend channel down. There's easy to recognize trends up and down for the most part. Um, it's kind of a range. It started out looking like a range. You can see that early in the morning what it looked like. It looked like a range here, like we failed out the top, looked like we'd probably fell out the bottom. There's a little failed second entry trap there, got just enough to get out, and then we turn back down. And so then you realize you draw this trend line off these first two swings, you drag it up. Look, you can see right there, you could have drawn that off those first two swings. Maybe you drew one here, but it didn't fit really. Uh, so you got to kind of flatten it out, and you could have even drawn it more like that and looked at those as overshoots. But I just drew it right there. When we got these last two swings, it started going higher, and then you drag it up, just like so. And you can see when it gets up there, it turns to the tick. I mean, to the exact tick. And then you're working your way back down now. It was better to stay out of this area. Once you knew you really had a bigger trend here, you probably only wanted to look for shorts. And there were some nice shorts this afternoon, all through the late morning and afternoon. But I'll leave my chart here, and I'm going to let so you can see the trades that I saw, what I saw. I'll just describe them real quick. This was a short trap. This was a second entry counting off that high, the failed breakout. Then there's a little failed second entry long right there, so a chance to go short. Again, then you break out. It looks like it's going to be a move back up. And there's a short trap right there. There's a failed second entry short. Look, first entry, new low, pull back first entry, pull back second entry, reverses. So just enough to get a scalp. And then a retest to the low. It's like a breakout pullback short, a chance to go short right there. Again, you got a failed second entry long there. Even though it didn't go higher here, if you went to a smaller chart, you'd see that there's two legs back and then a failed move higher. It reverses. Second entry short, another chance to go long, another failed second entry long right there, counting. It's one move down, then you tried to go higher right there, and it fails, and so it's a long trap. It's a double top, basically, and you got a nice move down. Then this is kind of no man's land. Stay out of this right here. Notice how the bars are stacking up side by side, really, and you kind of failed out the top. You broke them down, you fell out the bottom, and you just came off the low side, so you're expecting prices to go back to the high side anyway, but there's no good long setups there. I didn't really even like taking a short out of that because we're looking for prices to go up here, and you see they did turn and go back. And really, you might have drawn this trend line. It might have been like so, and then this is the break, the new high, and then you get one down. There's the break and kind of the retest, and you go back up. Depends on how you want to look at it. Then you got a little channel working down, and we did kind of get a break of the main channel here, and then a new low, and then we kind of corrected after that. We didn't really go lower much after that. So that's what I saw in a real quick thing. I'm going to use this time today. I'll leave my chart sitting here so you can look at it. And I know I went through that real quick, and I hope it wasn't too confusing. Basically, just use it to compare your chart to mine. But I'm going to use about 5 minutes here to talk about some things that I think are important, and then that's going to be it for today. And I apologize, but it's just there's some things going on personal that I've had to leave each afternoon for, and I just didn't get back in time today. And it's almost 7 o'clock, and I've got a Christmas party this evening, so I got to get out of here. And again, I apologize, but there it is on the screen, and I'm going to use this last 5 minutes to talk about a few things, and then we'll wrap it up for today. But I've had some real good emails lately, and then I've had some not so good emails lately. The real good ones, people are making money. They're killing it. This makes perfect sense to them. It's coming together. They're making money, or at least they're having very good success getting their percentage of wins up, and either on the simulator. Some of them are actually doing it live. But I've had some really good emails like that, and I appreciate you sending those because I hear from the negative ones more often. Usually when things are going well, people don't contact you, and that's great. I'm not asking you to start sending me a bunch of stuff unless you want to. If you want to share it with me, I like to hear it because I don't get as much of that. I mostly get the negative stuff, and the people that are struggling and people that are having trouble are the ones you hear from more. Usually the ones that things are going well, they just don't say much. They just do their thing every day. So it's nice to get the good ones and the positive ones. And I've had some really good positive stuff and some people sharing their performance with me. And I'm really impressed. There's some people making some money out there, and you know who you are. And if any of you want to send me your performance and me put it up blindly without your name being attached to it, I'll be happy to do so. So just let me know, or just send it to me and I'll do it. There's another trader that sent me one a week or so ago, and I was going to put his up, and I accidentally deleted it, and I can't find it again. He knows who he is. He sends me his performance every few days or so. So if you want to send me another, I'll put it up for you, just to show other people that you can do it. So, but then on the other hand, what I really want to talk about real quick is I always hear from the people that are struggling, and I want to hear from you because they're the ones that probably need the extra help and that needs to be corresponding with me more. But I always get the ones, hey, I've been doing this for 2 months, or I've been doing this for 6 months, and I put all this work into it, and I trade, and I'm just as bad today as I was yesterday. Well, let me say this to you. This takes a while, and I know you've heard me say this before. And 2 months may seem like a lifetime for trading and doing this and studying this every day, but trust me, that's nothing. It took me almost 2 years. It really took me about 12 months to really learn price action to where I understood it, and I could look at the chart during real time and know what was going on. But guess what? It took me another 9 months to really start to become profitable because I made all these dumb mental errors that you will make and you're going to make as you learn. So, and I picked this up, I would say, probably quickly compared to most people. So I would say 24 months is probably the fast track. So don't think because you've been doing this for 6 months or a year or even like 2 years that, you should have it down by now, because you may not, because it's really tough. And even if you understand price action and you're starting to get a feel, there's still the mental tricks your mind plays on you that causes you to lose money. And that's just going to happen. That's part of it. It takes a while. So don't get discouraged if it doesn't happen for you in 30 days or 60 days or even in a year. You got to keep working on it. And that leads me up to the final part, and I'm going to wrap this up. The final part being that trading itself, a lot of people just come in here and they trade every day and they wonder why after 6 months they aren't any better. You're not going to get that. You're not going to get better from coming in and trading on the simulator every day and just trading and then closing up and going home. Where you get better is coming in and trading every day, and then where the hard part and all the hard work and the study and the dedication comes in is at the end of the day, taking an hour or two and studying that work. That's what makes you better. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. They think, I'm just going to get on the simulator and practice trading every day. Well, yeah, you can practice trading all you want, but you don't learn anything from that. Trust me. You learn from taking the trades. Don't worry if you're right or wrong during the trading day on the simulator. Just trade. Obviously try to trade following the rules and trying to make money, but don't worry. If you get one wrong, just as soon as it's over, get it out of your mind and move on to the next trade and start fresh again. And that will also help you to learn how to do that when you're trading with the real money. It's still going to be a little different, don't get me wrong, but it gets you in that mindset before you ever get to trading with the real money. So, and then when you want to worry about whether you were wrong or right is at the end of the day when you sit down to study your chart. Study your losers over and over. Figure out why. When a trade doesn't work, there's a reason. It's very, very rare that a good trade just fails. There's usually something that you missed or that you misread in the price. The price action does not lie. And so usually if you're going to have a loser, you probably misread it. And or you made a mistake or you made a mental error or whatever. Figure out what that was and learn from it. On the same hand, look at your trades that worked, Study them closely. Figure out why they work. Did you just get lucky, or were you really reading the price action right? And if you were reading it right, what did you do? And if you do that every day diligently and you put in the time, that's where you're going to get better. So don't think that you could trade for years and years. If you don't study your your work at the end of the day, you're not going to improve that much. Yeah, you might, after enough years of watching it, you might get enough screen time that you start to get better simply from experience of watching prices. But as far as your trading, making improvements, that comes from studying your work at the end of every day. So I hope that's clear, and I hope that's what you're doing if you're trying to get better. Don't don't be worrying about trying to trade live and learn this stuff and thinking you're going to get better, because you're going to just lose money. You're just going to give your money away. Get on the simulator. If you're not making money consistently, get on the simulator. Come in here and trade as much as you can every day. Watch prices as long as you can. Try to trade as close as you can to if you were trading real, making the right decisions, following the rules. But if you're wrong, don't sweat it. If you get it right, don't get excited. Just keep on trading. And then when your day's done, you've got your time in, whatever you could get, or you're tired, stop. And then that's when the real work begins. Get on that chart, mark your trades, study them closely, figure out what worked and why, figure out what didn't work and why. And if you do that every day long enough, and eventually you're going to get better, and that's how you get better. So, all right, I'm going to wrap it up. I hope that was helpful to you. Sorry I didn't have more time to go over the trades today, but that's just the way it turned out today. I'll be back to do it tomorrow afternoon to close into the weekend. I'll see you then. This is Mack with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and I'm out of here.